I'm Dr. Cameron Nichol, a medical doctor, former Olympic rower and coach. So in the world of medicine, what I see with adults is a significant amount of musculoskeletal and sports injuries in day-to-day life. So injuries can have a really big impact on kids and adolescents growing up. I think if children pick up physical injuries quite early on, it's a real shame because that can sometimes send them down a path where they don't really ever properly recover from that injury, and their bodies are in a slightly worse place than if they've never picked up that injury before. Also, things move really quickly as children, so we go from year group to year group, and if you have quite a big injury that takes you out for 3 or 6, 9 months, you've missed almost an entire year's worth of training, motor, cognitive skill development. So for me, the psychological impact of that can also be quite large. I think it's probably something that we forget about quite frequently. Sports injuries for kids, I think, is an issue in the sense that we haven't got the level of support, certainly in the UK, to really cater for those specialist sports and musculoskeletal injuries. We're also growing really rapidly as children, so if you pick up an injury through your pubertal growth spurt, that can really affect you as well. I've seen some experts lecture in strength and conditioning of adolescents growing up, and it's really interesting to see the data from something so simple as an overhead squat with a PVC pipe in healthy, normal children. Even growing through their puberty spurt, they can see huge differences in coordination and movement patterns when they hit that spurt. So for someone to pick up an injury in that time, it would really skew their performance and actually leave them much further behind compared to their peers. So the body parts that I think are more exposed to injuries tend to be the joints of the body. For me, in my athletic career, one of the things I used to pick up a lot of were effusions of the knee. Also in rowing, which is my sport, things that are slightly more exposed to the elements, so lower back, essentially where blood flow is difficult to reach. So, we've got our blood flows through all our vessels and through the muscles, but those joints can sometimes be exposed. Ray-Ban knee sleeves have made a massive difference in my training. For me, they really help with the physical component to my training. So I like putting them on my joints and warming them up. I feel as though my body is primed and ready to go. I feel as though it really helps promote that blood flow, and I feel supported from a physical point of view. Also psychologically, when I've got the sleeves on, I feel as though I'm really well supported for that big lift that I'm about to do, whether it's a squat or an Olympic lift. And I feel like I'm really primed for training. So from a physical and a psychological point of view, I really like the Ray-Ban knee sleeves and the whole range of joint support wear. And I'm sure the benefits that I've seen in my own athletic training would be there for any adolescents or children that are really engaging in this training and active lifestyle.